Hello. If you search a certain watch, say Tag Heuer Monza, I'm only doing this one because I know a lot about it. So you can see the prices on here, and if I'm going to sell it, and I've got, say, this one on the left for 3,150, and then I've got one on bids for 1,070. I've mentioned in another video that's up for £2,000. So it's a big difference between the prices. What I do usually is I go down here to sold items, and it will tick completed items as well, and it will show you all the ones that have sold recently. So one's gone for 2,300 and one's gone for 2,850, 2,595, and it gives you a bit of an idea of what they're going for. So if I saw this, I would put mine up. If it had papers, I'll put it up for about 2,400, 2,500. And then if I didn't have papers, I would put it up for about 2,100. So that's one of the ways you can see the prices. It sometimes doesn't work because if you click on one, it says the seller has relisted this item. So go on that and it will tell you what it actually sold for again. And that sold for 2,032. That is an absolute bargain, by the way. Holy moly. With box and paper. Jesus. What an absolute steal that is. Next thing, I can't really search, but selling fee sales. Usually, eBay send out a promotion where you get 80% off final selling fees. So this is usually, for me personally, I think it's the same for everyone else. It's one every other week. So it's from Friday to Monday. And I only ever list on these days now because the fees are ridiculous without it. I would really say hold off listing until you get a selling fee sale because the amount you save is ridiculous. You can see it in the fees. You save like 200 quid if you're selling, say, a £2,500 watch. So this only matters for watches under £1,500. So if you've got one over 1,500 quid and it goes to the authenticators, then you're sound because the authenticators would say to the buyer if they want to return, no. So if the buyer buys your watch and it's over 1,500 quid and it goes to authenticators and they get the watch and they don't like it, then they can only return it if you say you'll accept a return. Authenticity guarantee centre would just say stuff off. So it's up to you if you want to accept the return. You don't have any legal obligation because eBay have basically said it's authenticated. But if it's under £1,500, it's just standard eBay. If the buyer wants to return it, eBay is always on their side. It's just how it's always been. A seller really doesn't have any chance of winning. eBay just like to settle it, just return it. If you put you'll accept returns, then you can put on there that the buyer pays return postage. Now, if you don't accept returns and the buyer wants to return it, you have to pay return postage. And if it's a watch that's around £1,200, then you've got about £15 extra on return postage. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but it adds up to the money you're going to sell your watch for. So it's always good to make sure you do it. It's also good for buyers as well because they have that peace of mind. Obviously, trustworthy buyers.